It's time now for a Beer Chill morning news for this Thursday morning, January 15th, 2015. Welcome to Thursday morning, January 15th, 2015. Here now, your news headlines here in our top story here at 7:35. Here is Vermont's 20-year-old Christopher Lee Cornell has been on the FBI's radar. Authorities said he left alarm reports on social media talking about the violent jihad. In Washington, one of the most brutal and murderous Islamic militant groups has been steadily gaining ground, inflicted a streak of atrocities shocked by even their senders, and it's not Al-Qaeda or Islamic State. French President François Hollande delivers a speech during his visit on the French nuclear aircraft carrier Charles de Gaulle to present his New Year's wishes to the French military troops on Wednesday off the coast of Toulon in southern France. Switzerland's francs soared about 30% in the value against the euro on Thursday after the Swiss National Bank abandoned by its 3-year-old cap on 1.20 francs per euro. The Indianapolis Colts have a real chance to upset the New England Patriots to send the AFC Championship game and advance to the Super Bowl 49 here. Chinese handset maker Xiaomi wasn't afraid to take a few jobs at Apple on Thursday when it unveiled its new smartphone, a 5.7-inch tablet that could give the iPhone 6 a run for its money. French President François Hollande said mainstream Muslims are the primary victims of the fundamentalism and intolerance as the nation deals with the fallout of the last week's terror attacks by Islamist extremists. Pope Francis has landed in the Philippines, home to Asia's largest Catholic population, followed a visit to Sri Lanka. Here's in Washington, the U.S. released 5 Yemeni prisoners from the prison facility at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, and the Pentagon said late Wednesday. In Sofia, Bulgaria, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry says he's not traveled to France later Thursday to apologize for the Obama administration's failure to send a senior official to its last weekend unity march, but to give a big hug to Paris in a wake. Netanyahu has committed crimes against humanity the same like those terrorists who carried out the Paris massacre, says Davutoglu. 2 men have become their first kill a jagged face of the world's most difficult rock climber at the Yosemite Walk while using all their hands to defeat the method known as free climbing. Oklahoma plans on Thursday to conduct its first execution since a faulty lethal injection last April that led to a stiff chamber protocols and prompted President Obama to seek a re-examination of capital punishment in the United States. New Delhi, India's central bank surprised the market with an early morning rate cut Thursday in a move to help improve growth in Asia's third largest economy as the country's stubborn inflation is cooled. JP Morgan and Chase Company reported a 7% decline in the fourth quarter earnings when they hit by legal costs and lower trading revenue. Take a look at U.S. stock market report. Dow Jones 17,427.09, down 186.59. SP 500 11.27, down 11.76, and Nasdaq 4639.32, down 22.17. That team behind Google's iPhone model joint handset will click on Komodo's Plus Reddit, its first marketed Tesla concept device in Puerto Rico later this year. Google Trend has long been when it comes to the future of computing, Mark Zuckerberg has pretty straightforward opinion speaking of Facebook's third town hall meeting. The 30 years of the current crop. She's already been recognized at the Golden Globes and the Critics' Choice Awards, but Jennifer Aniston won't be waking up early to hear if she has landed an Oscar nod. 1 in 2 dozen women now have accused Bill Cosby of some form of sexual misconduct, but almost all of it alleged incidents took place several decades ago. A team of researchers reported Wednesday that the ocean did not rise quite as much as previously believed in the 20th century. They proposed a seemingly tiny adjustment that could make a big difference in scientific understanding of the lunar problem. Asteroids may be a byproduct of planet formation, however, that the planetary building blocks, according to a recent paper in Nature. Researchers done at the Purdue University suggest collisions of planetary embryos that leads to the planets in our solar system. NASA confirmed in recent news that a potential leak in the harmful ammonia gas in a section of the International Space Station was a false alarm. Lack of exercise is just as deadly as obesity, but a brisk 20-minute walk each day is all it takes to avoid an early death, Cambridge University has said. The world's biggest drug makers face a new reality when it comes to the U.S. Vienna's could help with treating binge eating disorder. Researchers have discovered that people with a face of binge eating disorder could follow treatment with vitamins to help with their condition. Take a look at New England News Alerts here at 7:40. Massachusetts State Police report that exit 21 on Route 195 eastbound of Wareham is closed due to numerous vehicles up the road. Extremely slippery conditions also exist in the upper Cape Cod areas of Sandwich and Borden. Sandwich schools are at a 2-hour delay. Here. And take a look at sports news. Here, the Houston Astros made a big move yesterday, acquired Evan Gattis and James White from the Atlanta Braves in exchange for 3 prospects. Jim Tomsula is set to be formally introduced at a 40-hour coach today at the news conference at Levi Stadium. Clippers sold Lillard best Blazers, and Martin Brothers comeback spent less than Rosie has now that the St. Louis Blues goaltender Brian Elliott is back healthy. There's less than a need for the service of a 42-year-old future Hall of Famer. And last night, the Boston Celtics lose to the Atlanta Hawks 105-91. And Dalton Lancer's hockey team skates to a 2-2 tie with the Foxborough Warriors at Foxborough Sports Center here. Tonight, the Boston Red Bulls will be at the TD Garden to take out the New York Rangers, while the Wheaton women's basketball squad takes on Wellesley at Haas Athletic Center at Emerson Gym. Peter Chaldeus time 7:41. Time now for our travel reporter on this Thursday morning. There shows Southeast Expressway at the northbound side, backed up from the split all the way down to the Mass Avenue Bridge and approach to the Mass Pike here. Mass Pike eastbound side is backed up from Route 30 in Natick all the way down to the State Police Barracks here, and then you hit the brakes again from the Route 120 and west and all the way out to the Austin Bratton Tolls, but you have smooth sail from the Austin Bratton Tolls to the Logan Airport at the Mass Pike. 93 at the southbound side is backed up from Route 128 in Reading all the way out to the Zachem Bridge. JSO expect malaise here. Route 1 southbound is backed up from the Tobin Bridge down to the Lever Connector around Route 93. Route 120 at the southbound side is backed up from 129 Reading all the way out to Walt Fairview. 120 on the southbound side is backed up from Route 130 in Kenton all the way out to the Braintree Split. 120 on the northbound side is backed up from Route 138 in Kenton all the way out to Route 20 in Weston here. 95 on the northbound side is backed up from Deposit Street in Norwood all the way down from Route 128 in Kenton. 24 northbound is backed up from Route 139 to Stoughton all the way down for the Route 128 here. Route 3 northbound is backed up from 220 and Warken all the way down for the Braintree Split. Route 3 on the southbound side is backed up from Route 495 low all the way down from Route 128 in Burlington doing an accident on Route 3 on the southbound side and then between the Bedford and Bill Wicker lines. There's so expect malaise here. 93 southbound low slow as you approach Route 120 right in here. 95 is modified from 120 to the New Hampshire border. Route 120 modified from Redden down to Gloucester here. 495 a little slow around the Mass Pike area in Westburg, but otherwise, you are good to go here. And we heard talk to you about the incident on Route 195. Now it's a little slow around Marion, so expect some delays here. In Rhode Island, Route 95 to southbound side slow from Pawtucket all the way down from downtown Providence. 95 northbound is backed up from 37 in Wark all the way down from downtown Providence. 610 connector slow from Route 6 down from downtown Providence. 146 southbound slow as you approach 95 to downtown Providence, and Route 146 southbound slow through the North Smithfield stretch here. And 190 southbound side, a little slow, you approach 290. Do the exit on the ramp to 290 from 190. 290 on the eastbound side, it's backed up. For the Worcester city limits here. And 95 on the northbound side, a little slow around Route 1 in Sheridan here. And we got it exited on Route 120 on the southbound side near Route 24 Randolph, so expect delays here. And exited on the Southeast Express northbound side here. Near Fredericksburg Parkway, so expect delays here. Peter Chaldeus time 7:44 here, and it is time now for a little weather report here on this Thursday morning here, and we are under a winter weather advisory effect until noontime on Thursday here, as locations eastern Massachusetts that hazard types light snow and light freezing drizzle and accumulations. Snow accumulation up to an inch along with a trace of ice and time of food noon. Any ice would result in slippery conditions on treated roadways and sidewalks. And temperatures in the lower 20s and winter weather advisory when snow and ice is forecast to develop in the affected areas, but accumulations are expected to be light. Any snow ice will result in slippery conditions on untreated roadways and sidewalks. When temperatures are below freezing, motorists need to be especially careful on bridges or passes where slippery spots can easily develop. Here. And day 1 today tonight. Winter weather advisory. Days 2 to 7. Friday for Wednesday. Sunday and Monday, a strong storm system forecast. This storm system has the potential to bring the threat of heavy rain along with urban and small stream flooded, strong and damaged winds and possible coastal flooding for east and southeast facing shorelines. Around the Monday morning time, for with high tide and strong onshore southeast winds. There. Okay, take a look at our 7-day forecast goes like this. For today, a chance of snow showers and freezing drizzle before 1 p.m. Then a slight chance of snow showers between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. Most of the Costco with a high near 31 degrees, north with about 6 miles per hour coming in the afternoon. Chance of precipitation 30%. Total daytime snow accumulation less than half an inch possible. Tonight, Podcast got lower at 21 degrees. Southwest with about 3 to 6 miles per hour. For Friday, most of the skies got about 34 degrees. West with about 6 to 13 miles per hour. Gust 36 miles per hour. For Friday, most of the skies got lower at 6 degrees. Wind chill values as low as 2 below 0. Northwest with about 7 to 11 miles per hour. Gust 26 miles per hour. For Saturday, skies got about 23 degrees. Northwest with about 3 to 6 miles per hour. For Saturday night, podcast got lower at 60 degrees. For Sunday, a chance rain after 10 a.m. Mostly clouds got high about 45 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 50%. For Saturday night, rain likely, clouds got with a lower at 36 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 70%. For Monday, a chance of rain with mostly clouds got about 40, low about 18 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 30%. For Tuesday, cloudy the mostly skies got about 30, low about 18 degrees. For Wednesday, skies got about 35 degrees. Not temperature standing at 26 degrees overcast, guys. And that's great for the period chill. More news on this. January 15th, 2015 on a Thursday morning. Be with you. Have a good day with a good message. Here.